Okay, shalom, shalom, kwam yashala, koholoimla, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Hakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water toward the H.I.M and Akwaf, that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. Jachanan the Waf just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit, and just another judgment video of the Lord judging these people on the planet, man. There's a lot going on. Those spirits of vengeance are very active. They're constantly working because it's constant work to do. Because why? The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai he's pissed, man, with the wicked that's being done in the planet all day. Now this one it says off duty NYPD officer among 4 killed after DWI driver crashed into nail salon. Our hearts are broken. So I'm not going to play the video. It wasn't too much to the video other than the scene. But you can see the video is at 1:44. It's a minute and 44 seconds exactly. Right? 4 people was killed. You know, them numbers are spiritual, man. Because we do need mercy. That number 4 goes into mercy. And she obviously got none to go along with those 3 other people. And it was this lady right here. This is her. Right? Okay, so, I mean, basically, she was at the nail salon. I'm not going to even go all off it through it. She was at the nail salon getting her nails done when this guy that was drunk ended up speeding through the parking lot and crashed through the nail and spot right there, as you can see. Big ass hole in the building. Now, she appears to be an Edomite. You know, we don't go by skin color. You know, it's not a skin color thing. Because there are Israelites that look like Edomites. So now if you're, you know, like a person that's just listening to a video like this, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. The so-called white race, their biblical nationality is they're Edomites, Esau. You know, their blood shows forth through their skin. They came out red. They are the red people of the earth. Though they'll tell you they're white, you know what I'm saying? But no one looks like a glass of milk. Of course, this lady is not white. You know, you have different shades of pink and red Edomites, you know what I'm saying? Some are really dark red. Like you can see some of them just look like a damn stop sign type of red. You know, some of them are, you know, more like a piggish type of red, you know what I'm saying? But there's no such thing as white people or black people. You know, just different shades of red people and different shades of brown people on the earth. Those white and black ethnicity hookups are social constructs made up by the so-called white race. Those are not ethnicities. But I wanted to get that real quick. Now also, yeah, she was in the salon getting her nails done for a friend of hers' wedding. She was about to go to a wedding. And these were the names right here of the other 3 people. They seem to be Moabites. Because you know those Moabites, those so-called Chinese, are the ones that normally do have those nail and spot shops like that. You could just tell by the name right here. Jacha Chin 37, Zhang Shi or whatever the hell, Missy Zhang, you know, so one of them was 37, one of them was 41, and one of them was 50. Could have been probably the owners or something as well. Says 9 others were hospitalized, including a 12-year-old girl, right? So is what it is, man. God blew through this shit been going on quite a bit lately too. A lot of people been. Matter of fact, I just seen one of those. Let me see. Let me go back real quick. This if it's still in my history. A damn guy ran through a building with an 18-wheeler, ran into a house, hit 2 cars. I'm not sure. Maybe this wasn't the phone I was on. Oh, right here. Truck driver dead after 18-wheeler crashes into home. Look at that shit. Now, he hit 2 cars, but yeah, I think he was the only one that, he's 51 years old. But just imagine if wasn't nobody at this house. Just imagine if somebody was at home when this went down. But his ass is out of here, right? But let's get some scripture. And a lot of the times too, man, with those police officers, man, especially the women police officers, oh my. They're the boy. You don't want to run into one of them. You rather run into two country hick ass crackers, man, white boys, before you run into any so-called, I don't give a fuck what nationality it is as far as a woman. They don't get down right. Like for real. But I don't know, I want to get Hebrews chapter 10:31 real quick. And can you imagine that? Because they could have actually not even been paying no attention. You know, most people sit in the salon, they on their phone anyway. Next thing you know. But you know that, I bet you they heard that crash though, and all of a sudden. That's the thing with the Lord, is that all of a sudden moment. Hebrews 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. All of a sudden. You know that was an all of a sudden moment. Because those salons don't be that big. You kind of sitting right up on the window anyway. Some salons are not deep, you know. Not those storefront ones, I'll put it that way. Let's get it's that Proverbs chapter 1 where it talks about sudden calamity. Yeah, verse 26, Proverbs 1:26. I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. And that's generally going towards the Hebrew Israelites, but that's, you know, they could fit the other nations as well. But hey, the Lord, he'll laugh at your calamity. Because I've done a lesson the other day. When it comes to these police officers, when you go up into Romans chapter 13, this is talking about, you know, authorities, right? It says, be subject to government at verse 1. Let me start from the top. It says, Romans 13:1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of Yahweh. So these powers are of God, the Most High, who created the heavens and earth. The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. That's the reason why you be seeing people, a lot of the times, they get fucked up by these police officers. You know. Because they just unruly and they getting out of hand. And you know, they're pretty much what they're doing is they're going against the Lord. Verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is it's talking about the you know, police officer basically. For he is not the minister, for he is the minister, Salakia. For he is the minister of God to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain, which is the, you know, modern day gun, that taser, you know, any type of things that they'll use to take you down. For he is a minister. This is the point that I'm trying to get here. For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. So, and I was just bringing this out, and I'm not saying that, you know, she was a wicked, evil ass cop, but a lot of the times they do be, man. You know, a lot of those women cops, they be real sassy. They're really, they kind of take, you know, instead of de-escalating, they kind of escalate shit most of the time because they're emotional. You know, and they take that authority and that position of power, and they you know, they kind of get down on people in the wrong way instead of, you know, keeping the laws themselves. So you can't be a minister of Yahweh and do wrong. You know, you got to be doing your thing the right way. And a lot of these police officers, actually, they don't even know that they're ministers of Yahweh. They don't even know. They have no idea that they actually work for the Lord. They just, you know, something, they get up, don't even believe in the Lord, won't even pray to the Lord. Get up, go to, you know, get some damn donuts. You know, walk to the office, you know, some of them go to work out, some go to the range, shoot, you know, whatever. And then they just go out on the streets and just thinking that it's all about them. But in reality, it's really the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But let's get this also. I mean, I'm just, you know, a couple of things coming to mind, touching on a few angles. Like I said, I don't know anything about the woman. I'm just bringing out angles on it, what could happen. Deuteronomy 32:9, which we know this is the Lord, you know, is, you know, still it's the Lord that he's the one that kills and makes alive. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. See that? It wasn't nothing she could have done about that neither, because it was just her time. The Lord wanted that spirit back. Proverbs 20:24. man's goings of the Lord, how can a man then understand his own way? See? Everything that she done that day to get to the salon, that was all on the Lord. You know? Whether she forgot something and went back into the house just before she got into her car. Every stop sign she stopped at. Every stoplight she stopped at. You know? Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Because the Lord is, you know, that's why it's so important to fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because his let me get this real quick. The Lord's understanding is infinite. We don't have infinite understanding. Though you got people that think that they do, though. Psalms 147:5. Great is our Lord, and of great power. His understanding is infinite. You couldn't possibly understand the calculations that had to go together to get her there at that salon at the exact same time. At the exact time that she needed to be there for that to happen to her. All the drinks that the guy had, you know, that was driving the car. And that was a Traverse, too. Them Traverses is not a small car. You know, that's a pretty decent-sized SUV. One of them Chevy Traverses, I think it was. But to get all those people there, even, Choing them, chopsticking them, everybody was calculated to get to that one point, all on time for everybody that the Lord brought all those spirits back to him. All those people that got injured, everybody was right on point. So let's get that. Or let's get some proof of that. And let me see, is this 1 Kings? No, I think it's let me see, Salakia. I want to say it's 1 Kings 22. Now what you're about to see here is the Lord setting somebody up to get killed. Because the Lord, he's the one that does it. Let me see. This is the chapter. Yeah, let's get it right here. 1 Kings 22, verse 19. And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord Yahweh. I saw the Lord Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. Now it's important to know about the right hand and the left hand of Yahweh, because the Lord is a complete balance, right? You can't have good without evil. You can't have right without left, up without down, wet without dry, calm without cool. So you can't have a killer or without someone to be killed, right? A positive, a negative. It's nothing that you can come across that the Lord didn't make a double of. He doubled up everything, and he done that perfectly. So everything is done perfectly. So you have angels or spirits on his left-hand side that do the bidding of, these types of deaths. Then you have angels on the right-hand side that's in a position of protection, messengers, they have their jobs, their occupations, and they don't disobey the Lord. There's no such thing as Satan having a fight with the Lord and he's just down here on the earth doing what he wants to do. No, Satan is a son of God, and he does what he's told to do and nothing else. And you can get that account in Job. You can clearly see in Job, Satan had absolutely no power to do anything to Job other than what the Lord told him to do, and what he couldn't do, he didn't do. He didn't just, Lord, I don't care about what you're saying. I'm going to do Job like this. I'm just going to kill him. Nah, he couldn't do any of that. But anyway, as a matter of fact, let me just prove the double up real quick. Let me prove that the Lord is a perfect balance on that. Ecclesiasticus right here. Let me go to chapter 33, verse 15. Let me start at 13. This is also known as the Book of Sirach and the 1611 King James Bible as well. Verse 13. As the clay is in the Ecclesiasticus 33 and 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh them best. So the Lord created men, women, children. Everybody is just the way that he fashioned them. Everyone is just the way that he wanted them to be. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. See? 2 and 2. So you have angels on the left-hand side and angels on the right-hand side. They both have opposite jobs, and the Lord is a complete balance. So let's get that. In Proverbs chapter 11 and 1. It says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So a false balance, you can't have life without death. That would be a false balance to the Lord. That would be disgusting to the Lord, or an abomination to the Lord. So let's go back to where we was to get the account with the angels on the right hand side, angels on the left hand side, because what you're going to witness is the Lord actually, one of the left hand side spirits actually gave us a good suggestion and had this man set up to be killed. 1 Kings 22 and 20. And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. So the Lord is asking, he's saying, who will entice Ahab into battle that he'll get killed? Right? Verse 21. And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? Like, how you going to do it? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also, go forth and do so. So here's a clear, perfect, straightforward example of the Lord setting someone up to be killed. So we know that he does it. So now let's go back to the Apocrypha. Let's get the spirits of vengeance. Ecclesiastica, same book, Sirach, chapter 39. Chapter 39 and verse 28. Let's start there. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. Remember, left-hand side spirits, right-hand side spirits. These are the left-hand side spirits right here, though. Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. See? So you have these spirits, they are happy to get this job. It says they rejoice in the Lord's commandment, and they always ready. Don't make no difference if it's an infant, pregnant woman, young woman, old man, young man. Scripture talks about not even a sparrow falls to the ground without the Lord's knowing or his sanctioning, man. Right? So it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. That's why we tell our people to repent to the Father Yahweh. That's the true name of the Father, Yahweh, which means that he exists for the existing one. Now he had another, or sometimes you'll hear these Christians say El Shaddai, but that's Alashaya. Like a great and terrible demon-like power. The Lord is terrible among men, man. You know how fucking terrifying they gotta be. You just sitting there on a lovely day. She was probably made up, cute, just going to get her little nails done, a little toe. Probably had her damn foot in the water, feet in the water and shit soaking. And all of a sudden, a damn truck flying through the wall on your ass, and there's nothing you can do about it because it's happening within split seconds. That's the terror of the Lord. You can't tell me that wasn't terrifying. Just close your eyes and imagine that for a sec. Come on, bro. You can't tell, man. The Lord is not playing, man. Anyway, let me just grab one or two more. Cause see, Christians, they don't understand that the Lord is the one that kills and makes alive. Cause you got these wacky tacky ass pastors. They're not giving the people the real truth of the scriptures, man. That's why they're fucked up leaders, man. Shepherds, hirelings that will let the damn flock get torn to shreds by the wild wolves, man, and animals, man. Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. See, and that's another one of those double, that balance, that perfect balance. See, peace and evil. You can't have peace. I mean, Salaki, you can't have light without darkness or peace without evil. Because if you just had peace, there won't be no such thing as evil. You can't have a negative without a positive, man. It don't go like that, you know. But let me get this Amos 3 and 6 is a classic as well. And it reads, therefore, Salakia, damn, I mean Micah. I didn't mean Micah. I mean Amos, Salakia 3 and 6. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it? See? It's the Lord that's chopping it up. Satan, he get his orders. He go forth and do what he's supposed to do. He can't say nah. He couldn't, you know, what these spirits are not going to say, no, Lord. She's a police officer. She's one of your ministers. You know, she's getting her nails done. She's going to a wedding. And I'm sure, you know, because I think that was in Long Island. Long Island is not really big like that. Ain't no tell. I'm sure everybody that she's ever done a traffic stop on or ever ran across, you know, a lot of those people is probably like good for her ass. And that's just me speaking as a man, you know, because a lot police officers, man, you know, you kind of getting somewhat of a little better shape these days because of, you know, the George Floyd shit. The camera been on their asses, you know, they got to turn on those body cams. You know, a lot of more people are recording, so things are, you know, kind of is, you know, they're not able to just whoop your ass, rob you, and plant dope on you like how they used to. I put it that way. Even though they'll still get down on you and don't care because they got that immunity. But, you know, I don't want to speak, you know, nothing falsehood on the lady. I'm just speaking as a man. Police officers, especially in these cities, man, you know, women, I'm telling you, I haven't seen no women, man. They'll get down on you, man. And the male partner can't do nothing but step in and help her whoop your ass. Anyway, though, man, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. That was pretty much it. But you got Chwing Yoing, goddamn chopsticks in the hood. Chopsticks is in the hood trying to, you know, and you already know how they get down too, because they do a lot of dirt to our people too, and nail salons. Yep, that video is 144, man. Flew right through that bitch. You can clearly see that distance. Yeah, that was I think that was a Chevy Traverse. That's a nice size car, and she was only 30 years old. I wonder if she had some kids and shit. I could get some more information on it, but I'm not gonna go into it. Yeah, that was a Chevrolet Traverse SUV. That's about the size of a probably about the size of that damn van that you see right there at the front of the window there. It's a nice size SUV. That shit is not small. So if he was high speed, you already know they're gonna throw his ass under the jail. They're gonna throw his ass directly under the jail. Yup. Said he heard glass shattering. Yeah, of course you did. Footage from the footage from the crash showed a massive hole to the small business where you know they ain't gonna be no more tolls and shit done this year. That motherfucker is through. And I'm willing to bet probably the owner, the wife, you know how they be. You know how Chinese Chwing Yoing, you know, chopsticks get down, man. Probably got, you know, yeah, anyway. Probably had a damn Chinese food restaurant right in the same complex. With that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala.